there, kiddo. Had to bust the door since it looks like you forgot how to open it for me. Listen, you're way behind on your rent, and I'm sick of pretending you'll eventually pay up, you soggy bum. It's a dog-eat-dog world, and I am this close to throwing your sorry ass out in the streets. But this morning, on the shitter, it hit me. I'll turn this joint into a business venture, of sorts. This city is full of gambling degenerates who just can't wait to have their money pulled right out of their pockets. So we just have them play on machines that never actually pay out, and let them lose every time. They are in too deep anyways, and will never even notice that they're throwing their money away. We need equipment, but I ain't spending another penny on you here. So just have one of your drunk loser friends sit down and run the old shell game. You know, the one where people gotta guess where the ball is. Got me once too. Lost a bunch of money to that. Anyway, set it up and make some dough, and then we'll go from there. So, here we are playing Scam Artist, which is an excellent game about becoming a scam artist. Starting, of course, with that most scam artistry of industries, gambling, specifically 3-card Monty or the Cup and Balls game here. We are someone living in an apartment. We haven't been paying our rent. It's a very, very dingy apartment. And the horrible landlord, which is traditional for such grim accommodation, has decided he's going to try and force us into making him money by setting up a scam industry for him. It's an interesting plan. This game is very much a prototype, and it's in very early stages, and I'm hoping that some of the things I don't like about it are not going to be part of the final intentions for the game design, whereas I'm hoping some things that I do like about it are going to be worked on even more. And the reason I'm showing this game to you in a video is because it is absolutely incredibly full of personality, and I think that's very important. I think that is one of the first things that the game should work towards, is setting up the lore, setting up the context, setting up the vibes of the game over and above the gameplay mechanics, because that's what people really come to play for, at least I believe so. So we're going to have a look at that a little bit. We're going to play it some way into it, and hopefully show off the game. We're going to give it some critiques and sort of the faint hopes that my thoughts follow the developers' thoughts, and that's eventually where the game's going to go. And hopefully that'll you guys will leave some comments in the comments saying where you hope the game might go, and maybe the developer will see it and get some inspirations and some ideas. Anyway, let's look at our UI. On the right here we have the things that we can buy, and the way we buy them. Let's click on this to get the tutorial out of the way. It's a bit of a tutorial. If you just click on the thing, it pops up a dialogue that then tells you about it. For example, the cups and balls sort of casino game, gambling game, whatever you might want to call it. Customers spend $2 to play. It's a tourist trap meets home office. This is your first ever scam. For those of you who don't know what it is, basically the scammer has 3 cups, and he puts a little ball under them, and then spins the cups around very furiously, and you have to try and tell him where which cup the ball is under, and you sort of bet your $2 to say, I can tell you which one it is, and if you get it right, he probably gives you some money back, or he promises to give you some money. If you get it wrong, then he just takes your money. And there's all sorts of little scams and tricks around it. With the way that they, with the sleight of hand, for example, they could kind of flick the ball out from under the cup. So you pick the right cup, but the ball is no longer theirs, and he goes, oh, you must have lost track of it, you lost it, and then you can sort of palm the ball under a different cup, and things like that. It's a very, very popular, very, very scammy kind of game that you normally see on the street. A variant called 3-card Monty, where they would play with sort of 2 regular cards and a queen, and they flip them backwards and forwards, but obviously being cards, it's very easy for them to palm the queen that you're supposed to pick out once he's moved all the cards around. It is your classic street gambling based scam. Anyway, enough talking about it. Let's actually buy it. So the way you have to buy it is you have to click and drag it. You can't just click on it and then click where you want it to go. You have to click and drag it, and you put it down. Once an item is placed, customers will enter your apartment left to right and spend money on them. You can move the camera by dragging your left mouse button across the screen. So we can move our view around, zoom in and out. So a customer will come in, play some cups and balls, and drop some money on the ground, and we mouse over to pick the money up. So this is how we're making money in our apartment. We have the items view here. We also have the deco view. So we can slap some music in, for example, buy a music item. We only can buy one of those, but other things we can often buy multiple of. For example, we can have up to 8 cups and balls games here. And as soon as we get a bit more money, we have to pick up the money. Remember to pick up the money. We can slap another one of these down here. And then each customer will come in and walk to one and then walk to the other one. What the music did is increase all earnings by 30%. So all of the decor items also have an effect. So it's very important to put the decor in. And we have our first dollar, which is a little sort of reminder of how well we're doing here. And we can hang it up. But we only get one of those, obviously. And we can tuck it in somewhere if we can fit it in. But it's quite difficult to fit it in. Let's get it as close to the speaker as we can. And yeah, so this is now the game in a nutshell. Is we have to buy these sort of gambling items and place them in, so the customers come in and spend money and give us money for them. And then we have to place the decor in a fairly constrained space. We do eventually, as we get money to a certain point, get extra rooms and bigger rooms and going on. And the game does progress to the point where apparently a scam society gets in contact with us and starts getting us into, fake IDs and other related scams. So yeah, the game does expand quite far. Which I think is really good. Let's place a few more items. However, first of all, we can place this skull thing, which will apparently get them spawning in a little bit faster, and we can put some eviction notes in, which we can use to inspire our cups and balls guys. Apparently, because it increases cups and balls money. Let's get some down there. And we can place quite a few of these. Actually, which will give us more and more money from our cups and balls room. Can we squeeze another one down there? Yes, we can. Can we fit one between them? No, we can't. All right, so that's all of the things we can do here. Actually, we can. If you hold down the mouse on something, sort of click and hold it, you saw that little progress bar, and this allows you to move it. This one up here a little bit. Might be able to fit one more in. Can we fit another one in here? Oh, yeah, we can put it there. Alright, so we've got 6 out of the 8 in here. Okay, and the landlord then appears as we unlock things. We'll look at the unlocking in a moment. Well, this looks promising, just as I guessed. People are streaming in. Made way easier with me having broken the door and all. Don't forget to liven up the space here a little. It looks sad and wet. You can rearrange place items by holding down on them. Now, I didn't know that at first, and I was getting quite frustrated with it, but I figured it out. Anyway, I'll be taking my cut now. The landlord takes $300 and leaves. So he's, we're doing all the work and he's nicking all the money, obviously, because he's a dodgy landlord in a scam place. Can we move these guys a little bit further apart? Yes, we can. So we'll put him close to the door. And we'll put this guy close to the door here. And we should be able to fit in another notice. No. No more notices. Alright. Now, I have noticed that for most of the items, it doesn't matter where in the place they are. So, I mean, we could move all of these eviction notices into a completely different room, because we're just unlocked rooms now, and they will still affect the cups and balls that are here in the starting area. So yeah, we don't need to worry about keeping the stuff in the same room as the game that it's affecting. I was fairly concerned about that, but it appears to be the case that it works anyway. Yeah, which isn't entirely clear. It doesn't really tell you about it, but we'll work it out. Anyway, he has unlocked the ability to give us extra rooms. I can leave you to read the flavor text. We have a new tab now with the room, so we can stick a second room in there, and now the customers will work from the left to the right until they reach the last thing that they can interact with. So what we can do is let's move this over here, and we can move all these things around. Now, the first critique I actually have about it is that, can we fit this in here? No, we can't. Is that I don't like the constrained space that we're working with here. Actually, I'm going to move the speaker out here. It feels kind of artificially constrained to me as a gameplay challenge mechanism, and it ruins a lot of the fun for me, because I want to be able to decorate the place in as much as I can, sort of work on the decor. Just mustn't forget to collect my money. You know, I want to make a nice looking kind of casino joint rather than this dodgy apartment, and there are various options to make it look nice later, but because the space is so constrained, I suppose as part of the storyline, I don't know, it's not as comfortable as I would like it to be to actually play it. Now we do have different machines here, so let's slap a couple of these in. I'll put one here as far left as we can put it, and let's put another one in here as far right as we can put it. And we do have some more decor items that we can shove in there, but before we get to that, let us finish sticking out our evacuation notices, which I quite like, because it kind of looks like, you know, if you go into places, especially gambling places, they have a lot of things telling you about all of the stuff you can do in that place. Let's slap another room in here, and we can move our speaker over there, move our first dollar over here, and then we can put more decor stuff in here, like the scissors. The scissors also benefit the slot machines. If you click on them, it tells you plus 15% Wheel of Fortune earnings and other things that we can pick up here. Let's buy some more of this stuff. Let's stick another scissors in there above the other one, as if it's decor. And stick a fire extinguisher in here. I think that also, yeah, adds some money to the Wheel of Fortune earnings. So it's all Wheel of Fortune stuff. Actually, we can move this a bit more to the right here. And we can slap another animal trophy in there, and that just makes people come in a bit faster. Yeah, why not? Oh, and then we have our book here. This just adds this straight benefit to all earnings. It's like increases earnings by 60% or something like that. So that's quite important to have. As you can see when you click on it, you can only get one of those, unfortunately. But a comprehensive guide to separating people from their money, written by Scammer Scammington. You got to be careful of books like that, because normally the first scan is just the fact that is you buying the book, and the book actually isn't that helpful. Alright, so we have all of the small rooms we can now have, and we can slap some stuff in there. First of all, there is a porta potty. How wide is that? Do you think we can fit this in here? No, we can't. We can't fit it in there because this is in the way, so let's move you out of the way. Let's move you up a bit. Let's put the porta potty in here. Now what that does is that people, once they use it, they go a little bit faster. You see, he goes there and then he speeds up. And he goes, nyom, and zooms out. And we do get other things that speed them up a bit later as well. Deco, dice tower. Now this is the problem with the game, is I do get very distracted Alright, let's put the dice tower there, shall we? Just to keep the theme going. Can I put another dice tower in here? Wasn't able to separate them far enough. Well, in that case, can I move this down here? Yeah, I can put that there, so it's actually reachable. Let's move you in here. Do you think I can fit a third pair of scissors in there? No? Oh, I can put it up here. You see, now that doesn't look really nice, and it's not really what I want. But this is the gameplay mechanic, the way it kind of forces you to fit into this tiny space. And also, it doesn't really make sense. Just to continue with this particular critique, I don't like the fact that, you know, we have a cup and balls game, or you know, or sort of a 3-card Monty type of game here in an apartment. This game is normally found on a street corner somewhere like that. So what I'm hoping for, the design that I'm hoping this thing moves towards, is we have multiple levels. So we have a street down below that people walk on from left to right and right to left, and then we can place one or more of these guys somewhere along the street where they will start making money down there. And then there are stairs going upwards into different apartments that we buy, and we can choose what to put in those apartments. Like maybe one of the apartments we have to turn into a staff room, so that's how we get the guys to man our sort of cup and balls tables. And then we have another apartment that has these, you know, spin and win things like that. You know, we can decor it as like a you know, sort of a mini casino view. And then, you know, we get to buy bigger rooms as we unlock things. And then those will be other things that can go for like an attic space that we can then use to put all our administrative stuff in, and our first dollar sign and all that kind of stuff. You know, and there is so much potential for this, that if we can expand our sort of playing space, our working space as it were. Let's put that in there. Let's get the cards hanging inside here, so we can say, hey, this is our casino space. Yeah, there is just so much potential in this game, and that is, I suppose, the other reason why I wanted to show it to you guys. There's 2 reasons. The first is just because of how good the personality is, how good the design is, and I've always think that's particularly important for games like this, to start with the lore, to start with the story, to start with the vibes, the idea that the game is meant to present, and then start working on, you know, gameplay mechanisms and things like that. You know, or even if the game has started with a specific gameplay mechanism, make the next step the vibes and the storyline and the lore and the ability to make the player interested in the game setting, the game space. And I see too many games focused just on the gameplay mechanics and thinking my game is going to be popular because of the mechanics. And a lot of players do like playing games because of the mechanics, but if you have a game that is just the gameplay mechanics, and then you have another game that is both the gameplay mechanics and good lore or good context or is good at welcoming the player in and all that kind of stuff, they're going to go to the second game. They're not going to be interested in just the gameplay mechanics. They're going to want the broader experience, the warmer experience. They're going to want a game that actually seems to care about the players, not just about the you know, not just about the gameplay mechanics. And I think that is vital, and I think far too many developers don't really understand that. Let's slap another dice tower in there, shall we? Just waiting until we unlock the next room to really get stuff going there. Yeah, so you know, like I was saying, I want to see sort of a game that has kind of multiple layers with the things that make sense, because I think it's important in a game for for the rationale of the world that you're trying to represent to make sense. You don't have a street game in an apartment. You don't have people only coming from left and playing each game in turn and throwing money at each game in turn. People should be walking backwards and forwards on the street, some of them stopping to play the 3-card thing, some of them walking in to play 1 or 2 games in the casino, that kind of stuff. I really want to see it go in that direction and get there in terms of how the game flow works, that you're then having to work around as kind of your scam setups and all of that kind of thing. But the atmosphere and the personality here inspires me that this game should go in that direction. It would be amazing if it did go in that direction. Have we unlocked more rooms yet? No, we've just unlocked decor that we can't use that because we can't actually use this in this room. It doesn't fit in this space across here, this big ugly fish. We need it in the bigger room, which we're going to unlock in a moment, I'm sure, probably at the 40,000 mark. Here's this sort of the unlock bars down here on the bottom right, just above the wishlist on Steam button. And talking of that button, I'm going to say, if you even like the look of the game, go and wishlist it on Steam, because that there's nothing that really inspires the developers and helps them keep going than Steam wishlists. Follow them on itch.io as well. I think itch.io follows are also a pretty good way to keep the developer, to show the developer that people actually like the game. Don't forget to do that. And from my side, don't forget to like or dislike the video. If you like or dislike the video, don't forget to leave a comment. Tell me what you thought about the game. Tell me what you think about the game designs and where you're hoping the game goes. Maybe the developer will see it. Obviously, I don't have any direct influence on the game. I'm not the developers or part of the development team. I can't do anything about it. But hopefully the developer will see the comments on the video or on the itch.io page if you want to talk to them more directly. And then just leave comments, tell me how you're doing, what you think of my video and stuff like that, or why you liked it or disliked it. I'd love to hear from you guys, and obviously the engagement helps me as well, and helps you because you teach YouTube to show you more videos about the kind of stuff that are in the videos that you engage with. So hit those buttons, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because I do a game a day. On average, I do 5 on Saturday and none on Sunday. So I would, I think it's a good steady stream of usually free entertainment rolling into your inbox that I'm trying to provide you guys with. So I hope you like that. So don't forget to hit those buttons. But let's continue with the game, shall we? Let's pick up all of this money that's stored up there, and we've unlocked a couple of things. For example, we have unlocked a bigger room, a grand room for 40,000, so we can slap that in there, and we can start putting things like slot machines in that room. The landlord is going to come and talk to us just now, I think. We need to make quite a few more savings before that happens. I hope we didn't unlock past the landlord, I'm not sure. Anyway, I need to put the slot machines in the room. We'll get there. But we need to make 45,000, so it's a little way away. So yes, all right. Let's do the regular critiques while we wait for the stuff to stack up here. Okay, the menu, all of the quality of life controls I like to see. Drag preview. I don't know what that is. And there's a reset save game button, which I love to see because that really helps me as a YouTuber. Come on, dude, let's give us the cash so we can start buying more things. We'll get to the deco in a moment. Yeah, so the UI is absolutely fine. I just don't like the kind of gameplay layout. The sounds are all good. I like the music. The music is a very, very funky vibe. I like the little noises from the various players and 3-card Monty guys and things like that. I think that's pretty good. The game sounds in general actually pretty good. I don't like the porta potty farting noise, but nevertheless, everything else is actually pretty cool. The artwork of the game just looks great. Layout aside, I think the characters are funny. The sort of the pixely items are really, really well done. Yeah, the artwork is chef's kiss. Bravo, whoever did the art design for this. I don't believe any AI was used for this game, so this is all, I think, made by humans. Actually, let's press escape and have a look at that for a quick moment, just to confirm that. Yep, no AI was used, so bravo developers. That is good to see. Whoa, I zoomed really far out there. Where has oh, there it is. Do we have enough for the slot machine yet? Nope, not yet. I'm sure I was making money faster when I played this game earlier. I don't know if I've done something wrong. I just don't have enough guys there, I guess. Got enough stuff in the background maxing out the money. I don't know, maybe that's what it is. Anyway, yeah, so that is it. It's just the gameplay mechanics. I just want to see the game make a little bit more sort of rationale, a little bit more sense in terms of the way it works, in terms of the way the customer flow is, the layout and all that kind of stuff. And I'm thinking, because this game is in such a prototype stage, hopefully it's going to go there. That is my hope. But I think it is pretty good so far. And really, that's all I want to talk about there. I did want to show you a bit more of the unlocks, so maybe we'll play on a little bit. But yeah, I don't have too much more critiques about it. I think this is a fantastic game. Link is in the description. Come and give it some gameplay. Come and give it a try out. Oh, we're almost there. I really hope this music doesn't cause me trouble in YouTube. But it is good music, and I'm hoping it flows nicely with the YouTube copyright checking thing. Come on, guys. There we go. We got our first slot machine, so we can zoom in here. We can pop it in here. The players can come zooming across to play it a bit. And then we've got some decor we need to work our way up to. We can get another dice tower here in a moment, just to keep the decor going. And we do get the ability to sort of redecorate the rooms, and that gives it a significant boost to income and all of that kind of stuff, because then we start looking like a real casino. And yeah, like I like to see, if we adjust the decor of one room, it affects all of the rooms. It boosts the income in all of the rooms. So there is that kind of flow of things make a difference to everything on the page. But the game doesn't make that clear in sort of the text and the layout and things like that. But it does appear to be the way it works. But I'm going to leave that for you guys to come and discover and leave it. I think I'm going to leave it there. I've shown enough of the gameplay out. Yeah, come and have a look at the itch.io page. Come and give the developer some love, and come and give it a play. Link is in the description. And thank you for watching, dear person from the internet. I do appreciate it. Yeah, this is the game Scam Artist, and it is a lot of fun, and it is a real good time, a real good funky time. The progression keeps going further and further. There's more and more stuff that you unlock. I think that is possibly the final critique, is the game doesn't really show where it's going. Like you're starting small, and you get actually quite big. I think. I mean, I haven't really played that far into it. It's a little bit further than this, and I could already see that it is going further and further. And as you can see it from the itch.io page as well. So maybe it needs a few more hints at just where it might be going, and more of an idea of just how big it can become, and what the player can sort of see ahead of them, to look forward to. Not in the itch.io page. You can't rely on stuff on the sort of the supporting pages. It needs to be it needs to be in the game itself. I see far too many people think that they can put that kind of stuff in just in the itch.io page, and that's fine. And no, the itch.io page should be like bonus information, but anything that you want the player to know should be in the game. That is an important side element there. Anyway, that's enough rambling from me. Go and play this game, go and give the developer some love, and then come and watch some more YouTube videos, or in whatever order you want to do that kind of thing. And thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.